Welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us here on the Infinite Prosperity Podcast. My name is Louisa Havers and I help high achievers, entrepreneurs and coaches lift the lid on life and business so that they can live at their highest value. Each episode we will bring you our favourite founders, CEOs and guest experts to share with you their insights and strategies to expand your wealth consciousness, your spiritual leadership and aligned business strategies. We know that living in alignment with your soul's mission is what fulfills you, and we are here to show you how to achieve this in an energetically aligned way. If you haven't already, be sure to claim your free abundance activation in the Akashic Records. Go to louisahavers.com/gift to unlock your abundance activation today. And if you'd like my support in having aligned success in life and business, then contact me at www.louisahavers.com and let's explore together if it's an aligned match. Get ready to live at your highest value and to expand into your next level of money as you elevate and receive more. You create more for others. Righty ho, let's dive into today's episode. This week we're talking about one of the big things that I see bubble up from time to time as we're growing and going for our up level, and it is the part of us where with our relationship with ourselves and actually how much we trust ourselves. Now, we all want to create real freedom, and this is something I'm so passionate about because we truly can create anything that we desire, and everything that we do desire is already here for us in the quantum field. And so my invitation is to embody the belief that your next up level is already done. It is here. You're creating it in this now moment. You really, truly can have it all. You can have what you desire. You can have more clients. You can receive that multi-6 figures, the multi-7 figures, whatever it is that you are in the process of creating. Of course, whilst working less hours than you did before, we want to be able to have that balance and harmony in all areas of life. This is universal law. Everything is created in the whole. So if you have the desire, you just get to call it in by becoming the vibrational match to it, bringing yourself into resonance with it. So this is where we focus on the 5D, on the alignment and on the manifesting, and then use the 3D vehicle of the marketing and the business model to be able to make it inevitable. Does that make sense? And when you have the vehicle for your manifestation to be inevitable, your confidence truly explodes. And we all want to be able to fulfill our mission, the purpose of our business, which is to expand and grow and to be able to serve more clients and customers, to have a thriving business that's fulfilling, however you're doing that in your business, because I know everybody's got different businesses. And this is something I just wanted to speak to because after our initial growth and success, I do see a lot of people burn out, or they have a fear of burnout because they've burnt out before. And so people can start to question if they've actually got the capacity to grow their business more, because it feels like that first stage, that to get to that first milestone was so hard. Does that make sense? So we can start to doubt ourselves and question whether we've got the capacity to hold more clients, question if we've got the capacity to hold more money. And programs can kick in like, to earn more money, I'll have to work harder and I'll have less time. We start to believe that. Or we'll start to believe that I haven't got the energy to grow my business yet. At the same time, we've got the duality of the pull of our soul calling us to make a bigger impact. And this then creates this push-pull. Have you had that sensation? Let me know if this is resonating. And we don't want to trade serving more clients with having less time with our family or having an impact on our health because then we're working all the hours. And we know this. We want to be able to have it all rather than feeling like we're playing this trading game with the universe. So a little pulse check for you, just to take a moment and to think, okay, on the scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being not at all, 10 being 100% confident, where am I on that scale in terms of that confidence and trust that I am going to hit my business goals? That my clients will have the results they desire, that I'll have the revenue that I desire, and I'll have the balance and harmony in my life, my personal life and my family life. So just take a moment and just think, okay, what's the first number that comes into your head on the scale of 1 to 10 when you consider that? And then what's the gap between where you are now and the 10? What is the hesitation, the resistance? Is there a belief leap? And by that, I mean, it just feels too much of a jump. It's just outside of your current identity, because of course, you've heard me speak about this before. We create everything from our identity. So is there a belief leap? What is the gap? As the gap is creating that bigger delay between where you are now and where you want to be. What is that fear-based program that's just bubbling up, preventing you from blossoming, from blooming? It's spring here in the UK, so my invitation is to think, are you showing up for your next up level like a nervous tulip? Tulips are blossoming in my garden at the moment. They are the first sign of spring. And for all the gardeners out there, bulbs are planted, at different times throughout the year, some in winter, and then they just lie dormant during the winter. And then they start to push through the hard soil. So they're doing all that foundational work. Just as they're about to break through, as you start to see them peek out of their soil, their environment is changing from soil to air. Their environment is unfamiliar, but they don't, of course, draw back. They continue, because everything that's needed for that next level was already inside of them, inside that bulb, meaning that they can thrive in that new environment. The tulip carries on growing. So this new environment for the tulip is the sun, the new warmth coming in, hooray, the rain. All of this creates the perfect conditions for growth. And we can get stuck in our fear-driven stories that prevent us from flowing into periods of growth and creating these beautiful results that we crave. And it is these fear-based programs that prevent us from growing, even though we've got everything inside of us that we already need to take us to that next level, that new environment like the tulip, the environment that's unfamiliar. And whether that is for wherever you are in your business journey, whether that is that first 6 figures, the first 250k, the first 500k, the first 7 figures, every expansion requires an identity upgrade, new paradigms, a new vibrational attraction point. And we all just need the support, the tools, access to the resources to change our perspective so that we can kiss goodbye the entrepreneurial hamster wheel. And like the tulip, we've got everything inside of us. And then the environment, the sun, the warmth, the rain, the soil for us to grow. And the right environment for us in our world is the business model, having the right business model so that we can provides the right environment for us to grow. So what I mean by this is no more having to put a ton of effort into your marketing, into your product development, program development, only for it to not produce the results you're intending. Having the right business model so that you can grow with it. Being able to grow and use strategies that are in alignment with who you be and how you like to show up for your business. And loads of effort without the results you desire can look different for different people in terms of whatever you've got going on in your business. So whether it's spending hours and hours on a sales call, sometimes up to 90 minutes with no sale at the end. I know that when I was running the webinar to sales call funnel, that could be the reality. You're taking people on their buying journey within sort of 45 to 90 minutes, where at the time that I was doing that, the average conversion was 10%, and it was brutal. And after, of course, many hours and training and developing and my skills and listening to people, of course you get better at it and you can start to close, 20 to 30% and more. But it takes time to really develop that skill. And all of that time, you've got to hold the frequency. Doubt kicks in. Your trust levels can start to go down. Your belief in yourself can start to go down. Or perhaps you've worked for months on your webinar or 5-day masterclass only for it to have produced perhaps a fraction of the results that you were hoping for. So all this focus on the bit before you actually get to enjoy doing the thing that you love doing, which is working with your clients, creating your art or sharing your talk, whatever your purpose is, your thing is. And this feeling of pushing that wheel around with that, while starting, if you're actually going to get that breakthrough to that next level, is just exhausting. So I invite you to think about, so what's the impact of that on your self-confidence and on your trust? Self-trust. And what would happen if you did sign up 10 new clients now, or perhaps, if you did have 10 commissions for a new painting, a new product, can you work with them all and stay focused on your zone of genius? So you've got the business model and the systems in place. You can work just 20 hours a week, or would you realize that actually you'd end up working all the hours to get all the things done, and that creates a contraction because you don't want to feel overwhelmed. Your capacity is full, and that then creates a roller coaster in your income. So the fear of burnout is one of the biggest contractions that I see for entrepreneurs and coaches growing to that multi-six-figure results and beyond. And because our subconscious is pulling on all the previous experience and evidence, the illusions to try and keep us safe, it doesn't want us to have the courage to keep moving forward. If we're afraid that to do more, to have more money, we're going to have to do more and more work. We want to keep ourselves well in the process so we can feel energized to show up for our business. So the question I always invite my clients to consider, so I'd love to share this with you, is how can it be easy? To really ask that, how can this be easy? How can it be easy? How can I be supported? How can I free up where I'm spending my time so I can trust myself and the activities that I'm taking to grow my business, and I can have that faith and that certainty in my results? And depending on, where you're at in your journey, you will face different learning curves along the way. We all know this. So if you've surpassed these milestones, you're likely going to be nodding along with me and going, yeah. So if you're in that phase of just growing to that first 100k revenue, things, of course, they can feel so overwhelming because we're just learning so much, tuning into lots of free resources, don't quite know what we don't know yet. So lots of blind spots. And it's so exciting and it's scary. And we're doing everything ourselves at that moment in time. Learning about who our ideal client is, learning about all the systems, the websites, creating your services, the programs, the products. Every penny made is being reinvested back into the company as you're learning more and learning more. Investing in your first programs as you're beginning to learn about alignment and business strategies, and being in that space where we're starting to be able to bring in some more support. So it can feel really hard and people can feel exhausted. And it's really important to manage your natural rhythms, to have that balance and harmony in your life as you're in this stage, so that you can actually enjoy it and have got the energy to grow past that first six figures. Being in the energy of curiosity, I find, is so helpful as trying new things. Let's just try this. Let's just see what's going to happen. Key mistake that I see people here is focusing on the wrong stuff. The most important thing you can do is building relationships, talking to people, networking, seeing how you can help people and who you can introduce to who, and to invite people to work with you just and over and over and over again. And as you're leading with all this information just informs your brand, your messaging, your content. It's such a fabulous period of learning, growth, getting to know yourself, getting to know your clients, getting to know who you are as a CEO of your business. And then things evolve as you move from that six figures to the 250k plus phase, where you're being profitable. Your time here is taken up in a different way with different aspects of your business. And this is where you get to have more foundations in place. You can grow forward. You get to build a team, developing your team leadership skills so you can serve more clients. And this is key. For a period of time, your costs may well go up before your income goes up. And that can feel like you've taken a step backward before you propel forward. But know this, that the breakthrough is on the other side. This is just part of the creation and growing a profitable and sustainable business. And because your time is taken up with delivery, you'll start to notice places where you or another team member have become a bottleneck. So this is where people are waiting for you to complete things, and you haven't quite got time to get to them in a smooth period of time. So I always see that as a time, okay, this is where I need to check in to see who's doing what, so that we can review what everyone's doing, so that we can expand and we can continue to grow in a smooth way. I think it is really key to get, all these foundations in place. So you have the structures in place, you have that sustainable growth, and then you have confidence in your results. So every step of where along our journey, relationships are key in business, and networking with fellow entrepreneurs who have done it, who are on the same journey as you. Some, of course, will be behind you on the journey, some ahead, and you learn from each other as you see people's growth, whether they're just behind you or a little bit further ahead, and you're in a space to share audiences with each other, to share ideas, systems, to support each other is just so key. And for me, I truly believe you need both the 5D, so the alignment, your human Wi-Fi being aligned with bringing yourself into resonance with what you desire, your consciousness being a vibrational match, and the 3D business model and the marketing in place. This is where your manifestation becomes inevitable. When you have both, you can fully embody, I can create everything that I desire, and really believe it, know it. Everything's already here for me. And when we are embodied in our self-trust and confidence, we can truly allow the balance and harmony in our personal life so that we can have the health, the relationships, the time with the ones that we love. And I just think that energy alignment and finding peers is so critical to eliminating the anxiety and avoiding making the wrong decisions whilst we're creating that sustainable growth. And for me, one of the biggest pieces that has just been so supportive is being part of a mastermind group. So I highly recommend, if you're not in a mastermind, join a mastermind, because you'll be able to see others around on their journey. You'll see their success. That will give you confidence in what you're implementing. You see your future steps in the now moment because you're learning from others' journeys and their areas for development as well. And you can truly see what you desire is here now. It's already done because you're already seeing other people that are doing it. And your self-trust and confidence gets stronger and stronger, which of course then, is strengthening your vibrational alignment with the reality that you are creating. The frequency of who we surround ourselves with really matters, really truly matters. So I would love to hear your light bulbs. Do let us know. Come and join us in our money kinesiology for 6 and 7 figure CEOs. Share with us what is landing for you so we can carry on the conversation. I hope that this has served you and got some light bulbs going off. And if you haven't already got our free guide, Find Your Hidden Money Blocks, then be sure to download it. We'll pop the link in the show notes for you. And I'd love to know how I can support you on your journey to infinite prosperity. We're opening our doors to the Wealth Portal shortly. This is where our clients are breaking through their money default ceiling in 60 days or less. That's how we like to roll. And I would love to help you break through yours. And if you'd like more support with the business strategy and model and messaging side of things, then be sure to reach out to me about our 6-figure mastermind, Infinite Prosperity Collective, where we will help you learn how to create a sustainable and profitable 6-figure business where you get to do what you came here to do. Till next time, much love. Thanks for listening to the Infinite Prosperity podcast. And if you like what you've heard and want to know more, please go to louisahavers.com. We just appreciate you so much. So thank you for listening and hanging out with us. If there's anything that we can do for you, you can email us at louisa@louisahavers.com. Let my team know if you have any ideas for shows that you'd love to hear or topics you want me to talk about. Really looking forward to hearing from you. All right, that is it for this week, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us for today. Looking forward to connecting with you again. Until next time, namaste.